Hello there, so do you ever find yourself wondering where you can find a particular creature for a daily or weekly challenge, or maybe you just need that one creature part for a specific weapon mod? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at some helpful locations for creatures across Appalachia. Specifically, Wendigos, hermit crabs, megasloths, sheep squatch, crafted monsters, flatwood monsters, snallygastas, honeybeasts, mothmen, and deathclaws. A side note, most of the cryptids in the game only have potential spawn spots, not all are guaranteed, so you'll probably have to do some server hopping to find what you're looking for. But straight into things, let's go with Wendigos. Definitely one of the easier cryptids to find. Wendigos have a couple of spawn spots around the map. Besides the obviously named Wendigo Cave over in the Savage Divide region, that will have a Wendigo at the end of it. You can also try the road by Abby's Bunker. From Abby's Bunker, you're going to want to head to the road and then travel south down it. Not too far down the road, you'll find a tree in the middle of the road with a truck and a trailer tangled up in it. The tree itself, plus one tree to either side of the road, can have potential Wendigo spawns, so you could potentially find up to 3 Wendigos here. And if you're looking for an absolute guaranteed way of finding Wendigos, then chuck in a nuke onto Mononga Mine and spawn in Colossal Problem and Earl is the best way to make sure you're up to your neck in Wendigos. Since we mentioned Abby's Bunker already, we can easily transition into hermit crabs. Instead of taking the road south to find the Wendigos, if you take that same road north and just around the bend, you'll find a hermit crab in the road. Besides this spot, this main road runs throughout the entire Maya region. There are quite a few hermit crab spawns just like this one along it. Some include the overpass above the Thunder Mountain Power Plant, southwest of the Southern Bell Motel, and east of Big B's rest stop. Megasloths are definitely not the easiest creature to find as they don't have any guaranteed spawns, but generally the Maya region is where you want to focus your efforts. There's a potential spawn spot over at the treetops and at Tanagra Town. Another spot you can check out is near Moss Town. To check for one here, simply get to Moss Town and travel south from it. Not too far away, you'll find a large flat rock along with many other large rocks. From here, pretty much go basically west into the forest, and you can potentially find one usually near a wrecked car. Sheep squatches. In a way, sheep squatches can be super easy to find or insanely difficult depending on your RNG. They only appear in events and in assault/scene random encounters. So if the server you're currently on has one of the events pop up, then perfect. Otherwise, you could be waiting a long time for it to show up. Now, which events do you want to keep an eye out for? Free range, it has the boss sheep squatch at the end. Spin the wheel, can spawn sheep squatches if the wheel lands on red. Project Paradise, potential boss sheep squatch at the end. Primal Cuts, there's a boss sheep squatch in the Ash Heap region. Of course, that's a seasonal event though. And then as for the random encounters, there are just way too many to list around the map. But for the assault random encounter, the road leading west outside of Welch can be a potential spawn spot, as well as where you spawn in over at the Mount Blair train yard. And then the many Sundew Grove locations in the Cranberry Bog region can also have assault random encounters that can have the sheep squatch spawn, as well as scene encounters, which would be sleeping sheep squatches. Grafton Monster. Over to a much easier cryptid to find, we have the Grafton Monster. There are 2 great spots to check for spawns. The first one is over near the Charleston train station. If you just run straight past the train station, heading towards the train yard in the dried up riverbed area underneath the train tracks, you can often find a Grafton Monster wandering around. The next spot is over near Hemlock Holes. South of Hemlock Holes and Hemlock Holes Maintenance, you can often find a Grafton Monster wandering around the whole desolate area there. Flatwoods Monster. Along with the Sheep Squatch, the Flatwood Monster is not an easy cryptid to find, honestly being one of the hardest. There are no fixed spawn locations for the Flatwood Monster, and they have a small chance to spawn during the night, literally all around the map. So this means you'll often run into one when you don't need them, and when you do need them, well, that's when it's a problem. However, there are 2 solutions besides running around Appalachia like a lunatic. The first is events. They will spawn constantly during the Invaders from Beyond event. The only problem is, Invaders from Beyond is a seasonal event. The other event is Campfire Tales. A variant of the Flatwoods Monster can potentially be the boss fight for Campfire Tales, so it's still not a guarantee, but a pretty good option. The other option is also down to chance, and that is Daily Ops. Daily Ops can spawn with the enemy group being aliens, in which case the boss here will be a Flatwood Monster variant. So hopefully RNG is on your side and a Flatwood Monster finds you when you need them, but otherwise, good luck. Snallygastas. Now a much easier cryptid to find is Snallygastas, as they actually have guaranteed spawn locations. Over at the flooded train yard is a great spot to check for Snallygastas. Up to 6 or 7 can spawn here, and then Toxic Larry's Meet and Go is another location where you can find up to 3 Snallygastas at. Honeybeasts. Honeybeasts aren't too hard to find for a great unmarked location. Check northwest of Freddy Fear's House of Scares. They can also sometimes spawn over at the treetops as well as Middle Mountain Cabins, although that is now a new location due to the Once in a Blue Moon update, but the Safe and Sound event can spawn them there as well, so technically they're still around there. Mothman, and we have Mothman, and much like the Flatwoods Monster, they can be a bit troublesome to find. One can be reliably found inside the Enclave Research Facility, the Transmission Station, 1ATU03, but not always. Daily ops is again something to keep in mind, as if the enemy for the day is cultists, then Mothman hatchlings will spawn inside. The only other reliable way besides running around Appalachia, like a lunatic with the Flatwoods monster, is to check the different cultist camps around the map during the night. Sometimes a Mothman will be perched on their towers / altars / belfries, etc. And for deathclaws, of course you can check Deathclaw Island, but Thunder Mountain Power Station just above Watoga is also a great spot, as is the abandoned waste dump. There's a couple of deathclaws inside there. But hopefully these spots help you out in finding what you need. If you have any other great locations, leave them in the comments for people. But if you enjoyed, smash that like button and subscribe for more Fallout content. But for now, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.